What's up, guys? What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody? Ugh, messed up over there. Sorry, guys. So yeah. I wanted to do this for a long time. I'm in the middle of playing Skyrim. Yeah. So, I figured I'd give you an impression. I've clocked in at least 60 hours of this game already. I'm on level, let me see. I'm playing it right now, actually. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I'm on level 24. So, I think I'm not going to give a review until I beat the game, but I don't know when that's going to be honest with you, because this game is so freaking long, it's insane. Now, I heard that the game is at least 20, the main side quest is at least like 20 hours to 30 hours long. That's just the main quest. The main quest. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to get like 50 million dislikes for this video, but it's the truth. This game craps over Zelda. This kicks Zelda's butt. It's so much better than Zelda, it's insane, in my opinion. This game is so deep, so rich, and it's amazing. Now, in a normal RPG, you could only, depending on what class you choose, whether it's a mage, whether it's a Nord, whether it's a, what's the other ones, a high elf, or you get my point, you could only upgrade what their capabilities are. But in this game, they let you do whatever the heck you want. So if you want, which is what I do, you could be a cross between a Nord, a warrior basically, and you could be a magic person. This game lets you do what you want. It doesn't, it's like basically, if you want, you can go out there on Skyrim and do whatever you want. You don't have to do the main quest. Most games, it's scripted, and you have to go along with the quest, and most side quests have to do with the main quest. But this game, the side quests are stories and games within their own. I'm doing this whole thing where you're a part of the Thieves Guild, and you're trying to get revenge on somebody because they betrayed you, and he was the head of the Thieves Guild. I'm not gonna blow it for you guys. I want you guys to actually play and experience the game. But what I'm trying to get across to you guys is that the side quest is a story in its own. It's just as rich and expansive as the main quest. Now, one of the great things, I'm not going to say how, but in the past games of Elder Scrolls games, it was just basically fighting. There wasn't much in role-playing elements, obviously, and exploring. There weren't much puzzles, but in this game, there are puzzle elements, and you use it with your shouts. And I'm not going to say how or when, but just trust me, when you see it, you're going to be like, wow, this is cool. This is smart. This is different. This is unique. Now, let me explain why I believe it's better than Zelda. Again, the side quests in Zelda are not, they're not as rich and in detail. They're not story in its own. They're like, they're part of the main quest where you have to go through them. And the games, they're not real quests. It's like play a game and you win an extra item or something like that. Look, I've played Zelda games, so don't say I haven't played. I played 3D Zelda games. I think I have authority somewhat over it. I don't know if I said this in the video, I played Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, and I almost beat Twilight Princess. I love Zelda, but I'm telling you right now, this game right over here kicks Zelda's butt. I'm going to say it right now. I don't know if it's a close race, I should say, but this is one of the greatest games of this generation. This game is insane. Now, the only thing I believe that this game, the only hiccup I believe of this game is the bugs, and that bothers me. And I hope, if enough people complain, maybe Todd Howard would, you know what I'm saying, patch that up. I mean, because it's annoying. It takes away from the experience. But other than that, this game is perfect in every way. It's insane. There's so much magic. You could raise zombies back from the dead. You could use magic to make your enemies confused and attack their allies. I mean, you have this bond sword where you have a double sword. So you have two swords in your hands, and and you have electricity where you could create traps in the floor, and the person walks into it and she falls back. And the shouts are magic within their own right. You know what I'm saying? the depth of this game. I don't know. I could talk hours about this game. You could join so many different guilds. Let me just read them off to you from the thing. You have side quests. You have the companions. You have the College of Winterhold. You have the Thieves Guild. You have the Dark Brotherhood. You have the Civil War quests. You have questions completed. I mean, those are like 5 or 6 things in their own right. The Daedric quest, the Daedra, you know, from the other game, you know, maybe Stegon, for those who have played Oblivion, which I hope most of you have. But what I would say is that if you're an RPG fan and you like RPGs and you're into the upgrading elements and all that kind of stuff, get this game right now. If you don't have school, which I don't, I'm going back in February, I hope. If you don't have anything to do when you get home, if you don't really have much to do, play this game. Because it feels satisfactory. Everything in this game makes it feel... The side quests are worth it. Because you get such good things for it. Like gold, you get good items. And the stories are just as rich. And they could be a game in its own. That's how long they are. I mean, this game, I heard, it's over 300 hours plus long. Zelda can't say that it's 300 hours more. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Zelda's a good game. I love the game. It's going to be forever in my heart. It was one of the greatest games. My heart, bro. Alright, anyway. One of the greatest games I've ever played is Ocarina of Time, obviously. But this game is right up there with some of the greatest games ever made, in my opinion. This is I think this is going to go down as one of the best open-world RPGs in history. This game is insane. And I don't care if you're a Nintendo fan or you're a Wii, Nintendo. Alright, anyway. I don't care if you're a Nintendo fan or any of the fans of any of the consoles. You have to play this game because it is an experience. And believe me, even if you're not into RPGs, like I wasn't so into RPGs when I played Oblivion. I beat Oblivion. I also played Oblivion before this. Even if you're not into RPGs, once you get into it, you can't stop. Once you know the Pringles commercial, once you pop, the fun don't stop. Yeah, so this game, you could really say that. Once you pop this game into the PS3 or whatever console you owned, you can't stop. The game's insane. It's fun, and it's just like, I remember putting the game in, like at 7 o'clock. Before I tweet around, it was like 10, 11, or 12 o'clock already, and I had to go to sleep soon because I have to obviously have a job and I have to get up the next day because I have school. But a game is good when time goes that fast. I mean, it's just, this game is insane, and this game is just. I'm gonna say the same thing over again, but please, Tom. This is why I hate Wii fans. I mean, Nintendo fanboys. I can't stand them because you have to understand they're missing all these third-party games. They're missing so many great experiences on gaming. You should, if you're a gamer and you love playing video games, you shouldn't be a fan of any of the systems. You should buy all the consoles and be able to experience all these games. But you're missing Portal 2, Uncharted 3. They're missing what's it called? Mortal Kombat, to name a few. I mean, there's more. They're missing Arkham City. You know what I'm saying? And they're missing a whole host of other games they're going to miss out on, and they shouldn't. They should have the opportunity to play some awesome games. It's worth it. Forget being a fan of any of the systems. Even if you don't own a console, like a next-gen console, because I don't think a Wii is really a next-gen console. Come on, the graphics are still PS2 level. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a Wii owner only, you're an idiot. You're stupid, because you are missing out on awesome video games. Assassin's Creed Revelations, to another example. Rage. All these awesome games you're missing out on. And if you're a gamer, I'm just going to say this, so this I'll close. If you're a gamer, you have to play Skyrim. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to say like other Nintendo fan morons that if you don't play Skyrim, you're not a gamer. Of course you're still a gamer. If you play video games, you're a gamer. But you're just missing out on a great video game, and you're going to have an awesome time. This game is so addictive, so amazing. And again, the side quests are just as rich as the main story. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could be on these side quests for hours. I barely touched the main quest, and I'm on level 20, almost 25. In Zelda, you can't say that. In Zelda, the side quests are not as rich or not as deep as in Skyrim. And you can't say, oh, I know because I watched the guy play. You can't say that. You have to play this game for yourself. You have to experience. You can't just watch the guy. You can just watch a person and say, I know what the game is already. What the game's, if the game's good or not, or if the gameplay is good, or if it's a good game. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I'm not going to give it a... I mean, this is my score if I beat the game. But so I would say that this game deserves a 10 anyway. This game is sick. This game is just the best game I've ever... It's awesome. Get Skyrim. Alright, guys. Take care.